Istanbul is not just a city. It's a living border, a place where two continents touch each other every single day, often without people even noticing. Walking through its streets feels like crossing thousands of years of history in just a few minutes. Long before modern nations existed, civilization settled here, built villages, then cities, and eventually entire empires. Istanbul didn't rise by chance. It became a center of the world almost naturally. Even today, the city remains extraordinary. With more than 20 million inhabitants, it's larger than many European capitals combined. But what really defines Istanbul isn't just its size. It's its constant movement. Every year, millions arrive and leave. Students, workers, merchants, dreamers, refugees, tourists. Very few people living here were actually born in the city. Istanbul is, above all, a city of newcomers. And despite this overwhelming density, the city has a strange magnetic power. It pulls you in. You wander into an old neighborhood, stumble upon a tiny cafe, a dusty bookshop, or a family-run store that's been open for decades, and suddenly you understand why so many people end up staying. No matter who you are or where you come from, Istanbul always offers a place where you can belong. Economically, everything flows through the city. If something is sold in Turkey, it usually passes through Istanbul first. The biggest sports matches, concerts, and business opportunities all happen here. Its position by the sea only strengthens this role. Cargo ships, ferries, yachts, and massive cruise ships shape daily life. Tourism is everywhere, and with it, prices that sometimes feel disconnected from local reality. But to really understand Istanbul, you have to compare it with another Turkish city that often comes up in the same conversation. A city that represents almost the opposite lifestyle. That city is Antalya. If Istanbul is movement, chaos, pressure, and ambition, Antalya is space, light, and rhythm. Located on the Mediterranean coast, Antalya feels slower from the very first moment. The air is different. The noise level drops. Life seems to breathe more easily here. While Istanbul pulls people in for work, business, and opportunity, Antalya attracts people for a completely different reason. Quality of life. Many come here not to chase something, but to escape something. Stress, traffic, cold weather, overcrowding. Antalya offers sun, sea, and simplicity. One of the first things you notice is how much nature dominates daily life. Mountains rise behind the city. The Mediterranean stretches endlessly in front of it, and green spaces are part of the urban layout. In Istanbul, nature often feels distant, something you have to search for. In Antalya, it's simply there. The population structure is also very different. Istanbul is young, fast, competitive. Antalya feels more balanced. You see retirees, families, digital nomads, seasonal workers, and long-term foreign residents all sharing the same spaces. There's less urgency in people's faces, less tension in conversations. Tourism exists in both cities, but it doesn't feel the same. In Istanbul, tourism mixes with business, politics, history, and migration. In Antalya, tourism is the economy. Hotels, resorts, beaches, excursions, restaurants. Everything revolves around it. This creates a more predictable environment, but also a more seasonal one. During summer, Antalya explodes with life. Beaches fill up, nightlife intensifies, streets stay busy until late. In winter, the city becomes noticeably calmer. Some areas almost feel half asleep. Istanbul, on the other hand, never really slows down. Seasons barely change its energy. From a cost of living perspective, Antalya can feel more accessible. Housing, food, and daily expenses are often lower than in Istanbul, especially if you avoid the most touristic zones. For many foreigners, this makes Antalya more attractive for long-term stays. You get space, sunshine, and comfort without the constant financial pressure. Socially, Antalya is easier. Conversations feel lighter. People are more relaxed. There's less competition, less judgment. In Istanbul, status matters more. Where you live, what you do, how much you earn, these things are noticed. In Antalya, people seem less interested in measuring success. That said, Antalya has its limits. Career opportunities are fewer. High-level business, creative industries, and cultural institutions are concentrated in Istanbul. If you're ambitious, driven by growth, or chasing large opportunities, Antalya may eventually feel too good to request a cultural, eventos, arte, historia, y stimulo intellectual es incomparable. Nightlife is another contrast. Istanbul offers infinite options, from underground music scenes to upscale rooftops, from traditional taverns to modern clubs. Antalya's nightlife is more concentrated, more tourist-oriented. Fun, but less diverse. Culturally, Istanbul challenges you. It confronts you with contradictions, history, tension, and complexity. Antalya comforts you. It soothes. It simplifies life. One city sharpens you, the other softens you. For foreigners, this difference is crucial. If you're looking for intensity, stories, and constant stimulation, Istanbul delivers. If you want balance, routine, and physical well-being, Antalya often wins. Many people actually start in Istanbul and end up in Antalya. They arrive chasing opportunity, then leave seeking peace. Others do the opposite. They grow bored of calm and return to chaos. It's not about which city is objectively better. It's about timing, personality, and priorities. In that sense, Istanbul and Antalya are not rivals. They are two answers to the same question. How do you want to live? And that's why comparing them matters. In some port areas, even a simple coffee can cost several times more than normal. These ultra-touristic zones are clearly designed for wealthy international visitors. In my opinion, this is one of the biggest mistakes tourists make, assuming these places represent real Istanbul. Walk just a few streets away and you'll find local cafes, lower prices, and a much more authentic atmosphere. During summer, the coastline turns into a massive shared social space. Families, students, office workers, artists, everyone gathers by the sea. Live music, DJs, exhibitions, long conversations. In winter, the same places become quiet walking paths, almost meditative. Of course, not everything is beautiful. Some waterfront areas are neglected and dirty, but Istanbul doesn't try to be perfect. It's raw and imperfect, and that's exactly why it leaves such a strong impression. Food scenes here are almost ritualistic. Eating a fish sandwich by the water is one of those simple moments that becomes a lasting memory. In other neighborhoods, you'll find restaurants serving nothing but soup, open day and night, filled with tired workers and night owls. These details say a lot about the city. People eat to survive, to warm up, to connect. In places like Sahanger or Karakoy, another version of Istanbul appears. Younger, more creative, more relaxed. Cats roam freely. Walls are covered in graffiti. And people dress with strong individuality. There's a sense of freedom here, mixed with a deep local identity. But this postcard has limits. Just a few kilometers away, poverty, insecurity, and social exclusion are very real. Istanbul holds extreme contrast within very short distances. Locals are generally warm toward visitors. A camera often brings smiles, sometimes even an invitation for tea. This hospitality is genuine, but it has boundaries. The refugee issue has become extremely sensitive. Turkey hosts one of the largest refugee populations in the world, and Istanbul feels the pressure most. Strain on water resources, housing, wages, and social cohesion has created deep fatigue. It's not individual hostility, it's collective exhaustion. On top of that, inflation hits hard. Prices rise fast, sometimes brutally, while salaries struggle to keep up. To live comfortably here, you either need income in strong foreign currencies or work in highly profitable sectors like real estate. And real estate is everywhere. Many properties are designed for wealthy foreign buyers, attracted by the possibility of obtaining Turkish citizenship through investment. As a result, many locals feel priced out of their own city. Daily life can feel chaotic. Constant traffic, endless honking, random parking, unpredictable taxis. Istanbul doesn't always operate by clear rules. Yet strangely, people develop a strong patience toward life itself. Shop owners open every morning no matter how difficult things get. Many are self-employed and deeply resilient. One interesting detail: age equals respect here. Shops proudly display their founding year. The older the business, the more trustworthy it appears. The same logic applies to architecture. Mosques, schools, and fountains are named after their founders. In a time when wealth couldn't be shown through modern luxury items, people invested in public buildings that serve society. Public transportation plays a central role. Ferries especially are more than transport. They're moments of peace. Watching the sea, feeding seagulls, breathing fresh air, a simple luxury available to everyone. With high car prices and heavy taxes, many people have no real alternative anyway. Tea is everywhere. More than a drink, it's a social bond. Conversations, negotiations, gossip, all happen over tea. Smoking is also extremely common, despite its known risks. Cultural habits are hard to break. Culturally, Istanbul is fairly tolerant, as long as certain lines aren't crossed. Respect for Islam and national history is essential. Open disrespect toward these values is rarely welcomed. But if you respect these foundations, the city allows a lot of personal freedom. There's also a strong fascination with wealth and luxury. Turkish TV series reflect this perfectly. Dramatic stories of class differences, ambition, and social climbing. Even though many know these stories are unrealistic, they feed collective dreams. Brands become symbols of success, sometimes far beyond their real value. Alcohol is heavily taxed and expensive. Food, however, is a national pride. Rich, diverse, inherited from the Ottoman Empire, Turkish cuisine stands on its own. Few visitors leave disappointed after experiencing it. Tourism-wise, certain landmarks dominate everything. Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque attract almost everyone. The surrounding areas are meticulously maintained because Turkey wants to present its best face. This mindset exists in private life too. Guests are always received in the most impressive room of the house. Traditions are slowly changing. Marriage, once essential, is now increasingly questioned by younger urban generations. Istanbul is evolving, slowly but clearly. At night, the city never truly sleeps. Whether you seek energy or calm, there's always a place that fits your mood. Istanbul is a city of extremes. Sometimes overwhelming, sometimes mesmerizing, never neutral. And that's exactly why it stays with you forever. If you enjoyed this immersion, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you soon for the next documentary.